stand on the side of it so you can see what's on the green. So, my speech is called A Journey into Ancient Culture. I am passionate about people, and I am passionate about systems. In this capacity, I was able to travel into Central Australia a few years ago and work with Aborigines. The next slide. Systems. Everything is a system. It started shortly after the Big Bang, when all the particles started arranging itself into systems of stars, of planets, etc. We have a digestive system. We have an organizational system. We have a law system. We have an accounting system. We have organizational systems, systems in communities, systems in families, organically through parents, children, grandchildren, etc. We live in systems. Indigenous cultures have known this for thousands of years and worked with it. They created rituals around their relationship systems, around relationships and how to deal with each other. One such ritual was taken by a German priest back to Europe and adapted to modern life. And it's called system constellations. System constellations is a process that helps you externalize your inner image about anything in life into space and use representatives in a group, or use other people in a group to represent what you, your thought elements. Sometimes our image of that system is a bit distorted, so it needs to be rearranged. And through that, doing that outside, it will create your inner image about the system, and it can then create healing in your life and harmony with your relationships. It got developed even further, particularly to be able to be used in an organizational context with symbols. Again, instead of people, we have symbols and figures representing elements of our thoughts. This one is from a thesis I wrote from my master's in counseling. So a few years ago, I was able, or had the opportunity, to actually take this work, which comes from an indigenous culture in Africa, back to another indigenous culture here in Australia, in Central Australia. This is you and the moon there. It's 300 kilometers northwest of Alice Springs, and there is nothing in between. There's about 2,000 Aborigines live there with about 500 Western people. It got established in 1946 by missionaries, and various tribes got pressed into a small space, which they were not used to, rich ground for conflict. Aborigines live symbols. So that's why I thought, like, maybe I want to see how that works. I want to be able to give them a new process to work with. This represents women sitting in the sand around the fire. Now, it's obvious when you know what it is, the symbol. You can already see the people sitting, the shape of the people sitting in the sand. Aborigines live in symbols. So I was quite confident I could take the work back and However, I had to adapt it and just use various components of the systemic constellation work. This one, no, that was fine. Let's go on. This one represents a lineage of ancestors. So the Aboriginal women in the row behind the front women were, each one was representing a generation back of the women. So the first one would be the mother, then the grandmother, the great-grandmother, and so on, which was a very powerful exercise for these people, for everyone standing in every position, because already in the third generation back, they were in a time before the white man came to their country. So even in their broken English and some not being able, one even had to get a friend to tell me that she felt healing standing in that position. Soon they made this work their own. I provided some symbols, and whenever they asked me what to do next, I asked them back, what would you do? And an hour-long intense interaction started in their own language. I didn't understand the word. They discussed what to do with the conflict in the community. The symbols were moved around and directed. In the end, they came up with this. After about an hour, they said, we are done. Another situation was domestic violence, which is happens a lot out there. And again, an hour of intense conversation and interaction. And they came up with this image. The couple in the center, surrounded by family as a support. If things got out of hand, police and night guard would stand a bit further away. In the end of my visit, I was presented with a gift, and I was also included in their relationship system. And I'm standing here with my skin sister, Napangari.